Hey, good morning YouTube, it's Isis, and I just wanted to show you this morning that I am going to unpot my project plant. And I think that this plant is actually 3, so you can see these 3 new growths. And the reason I think it's 3 is that usually small plants like this, well, let me back up. I think it's 3 because in the past when I've unpotted these, they've ended up being multiple plants. And I've learned that if I see multiple new growths on these seedling sized plants, that's a strong indicator that it's actually multiple plants. And that's because little seedlings like this, young plants, usually don't have the energy to put out multiple growths. And the growth pattern of these plants, when they're seedlings and when they're getting good conditions, is that each growth gets progressively larger. So on this plant you can see these 3 tall ones with the lighter color leaves. Those are the most newly mature. But then you can also see there's several of this kind of medium size growth, which is where the tallest growths are coming off of. You can see that there. So that's kind of another indicator. And then there's also a few of these smallest growths. So I really think that this is probably 3 plants. Also, there's a ton of roots. So I am going to unpot it and try to detangle these 3 plants, if it is 3 plants, and I'll come back. This will probably take a while because you have to really be gentle with the roots. Okay, so I just took the plant out of the pot and I wanted to show you this real quick. So you can see down in the center here is a big sphagnum moss ball. And that's from when this plant was little. So this is common when you get seed-grown plants, because when it's little, they need a lot of moisture. And so they basically are grown in sphagnum moss plugs, and then they're transplanted into larger containers. But I like to take this moss ball out because it can get confusing when you're trying to water. Because you'll be like, oh, all the media is dry, but there's actually this moist core in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to take that out too. Okay, I just wanted to show you a little more closely how I can determine where the different plants are. So if we look at this one here, this one here looks like the newest growth, and it's attached to this medium-sized one, which is attached to this little one, which is attached to this tiny one. So that looks like a complete plant. Then if we look over here, this one is the newest growth, and it has its own medium and smaller one. So that seems like a second plant. And then finally, this is the last new growth, this big one, and then there's this medium one, and it has its own smaller one. So I really think this is 3 plants. Now I'm going to just gingerly separate all of these roots. Alright, so here we go. All 3 plants are separated, and you can more clearly see now what I was talking about with the pattern of growth, and using that to guess how many plants there are. And so I have, you pay for 1, you get 3 project plants. That's awesome. It's also especially good for the seed-grown hybrids, because all 3 of these are siblings and might have different flowers. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to repot these guys. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.